Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now I'm going to have a look at Cattleyas today. They're not doing very well at all, and I think a part of that is because we're not getting any warmth or good light over here at the moment, and I think that's what's hindering them. But these haven't been good for a long time, and some are starting growing roots, others have roots that are soft, and but most of them have no roots at all. But we'll have a good look at them and take them out of the pot and see what they're like. Well, I took this one out of its pot yesterday, and it really shocked me. Well, it did, and I'll show you what happened. It's put in at this angle because of one thing, and I'll just explain it to you. There you are, it's been in lava rock all the time. Not a root that's any good at all, but where the roots should be, I'll get the camera and just show you and explain it to you. As I was saying, where the roots should be is coming from, the growths and underneath the rhizome. But look at this. Oops. I've got two new growths and they're going down into the pot. They're pointing downwards. So how on earth do I plant this plant so the growths are growing upwards? I mean, the pseudobulbs on these are awful, and they won't be, and there's no good feeding them if there's no roots on, is it? So what I propose to do with this one is soak it about 3 times a week. I'll soak it for a good, let's say, 15-20 minutes. I'll leave them in there soaking, and the only thing I'll put it in is hopefully a little bit of warm water and lots of kelp, seaweed extract, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. So I'll start that now. Well, I've got a tray full of just lukewarm water, measured about 24, 25 centigrade, something like that, that's all. And I've put loads of seaweed extract in, hoping it's got no roots, so it can't produce any, it can't feed through its roots. So hoping that I can feed it just a little bit through the leaves. So there are the two new growths that I've just shown you. So they're all going in, and I'll leave that in there. The leaves are very hard, so I'll just leave it there soaking for about 20 minutes, and then I'll take it out and pot it up again some way, and I'll be doing that every other day until we can see some roots growing. Well, we'll put that one on one side for the moment, and we'll have a look at another crazy Cattleya. It's only got one leaf and that's bent over, but what you can see is a new growth, and I've just had a quick look at it, and I think it's just starting growing a new root. We'll have a look. This again is in lava rock, but there you can see this is a new growth growing out of that one thing with a terrible leaf on top that's never opened. But this new growth is doing okay, and it's putting up something out the middle there. But what I'm so pleased about is if I can get right under there, if I can see it, let's have a look. No, you can't see it from here, unless you can get right down the bottom and see the start of a new root growth there. So I'll soak this one in the seaweed and we'll let it be. because it's not worth doing anything to it now because the new root's growing. Well, here's another Cattleya, and as you can see it's in a mess. The leaves are all bad, they're all bit, they're all twisted, there's no growth. I think there's one root down there that's been there all the time but never been moved since I've put it in lava rock. And the lava rock is supposed to do them well. And I still believe in lava rock. These are nice and solid and firm and rock hard all over. But nothing coming up properly down at the bottom. So we'll have another good look at this, see if there's any nubbins or anything. But I doubt it. Well, I've taken this one out of its pot. And as you can see, what a horrible mess it is in the root system. One or two roots look like they're alright, but they're not. When you cut into them, they're all black on the inside. And it looks like some of these plants are, I think they're better thrown away than tried to keep. But it's one of my things that you don't throw them away unless it's totally dead. So we'll clean this one up, we'll have a look at it after it's cleaned up. There can't be much more left of it. And then we'll give this a soak in the seaweed. And yeah, we can't do much more than that. Well, I've cleaned this Cattley up the best as I can. There's not much there. I cut all the dead stuff. There's a bit of live stuff there, as you can see, green at the end of the root. So hopefully where there's a bit of life, you might get it back again. But I haven't touched anything up here with the leaves or anything. They're terrible. So we'll get that potted up and probably show you again in another couple of months, see if there's any growth on it. Well, I've cleaned three up, I've repotted them, and I've got another two here that I'm not going to repot, I don't think, but this is the King of Taiwan. This is looking not good. It was a beautiful plant once, got some beautiful blooms off it, and we've got a new growth coming up there. It's been coming up there for months and nothing's happened because I don't think there's any roots on it yet. So what I'm going to do now, these super bulbs and leaves are spreading out all over the place, so I'm going to bind them together and I'll show you what it's like afterwards. Well, I have taken it out of its pot and there's no visible roots at all, none coming off there. I'll be quite happy when something comes off that new growth there, but there's a few roots there, but they're soft, very soft. It won't cutting off, so it wants trimming up this, and I'll fasten these leaves together, and you know how to do it because I've shown you many times before. So that's what I'll do now, and we'll get it ready for repotting for its final time. Well, I've got the wire I'm going to fasten with. It's just as you can see, it's just a soft aluminium wire. Well, I've wrapped it all up now, so it's all the leaves are pointing up right there, and the only thing I need to do, look at the difference away from the new growth is. So I've had to cut the pot and make room for it. Oh, I nearly broke it then, didn't I? So we'll get this one potted up. I've got a nice stake there, so if I put that through there, get the top of the stake through there if I can. That's it. Turn it round, and this is where I've cut the paper out of the thing, so we'll just drop it back in there. There we are. So that's all I need to do, so just fill it up again with lava rock. Right, I'll do that. You don't want to watch me putting all this in, do you? It's just putting it where you think it'll hold the plant better, and where the roots have got something to reach out to. So that's alright for the back of the plant. Make sure you can get some stuff in there where you're hoping you're going to get roots from. and finish filling it up. Well, there we are, we've got that motley collection of Cattleyas. Done all 6 of them. We'll start off with this one. You can see where I've fastened it together so they'll stand up better. And this one is the one with 2 new growths coming up. This is one, and another just down there. Down there, that one. That's that one. This is the other King of Taiwan, which I've just done. Here's the new growth sticking out there. This could be, well, I don't know, it could be golf green, it could be anything. This is another one that's growing out through the side. I've had to cut the pot so to allow it to sit down. This is one, if it's a miracle. Oh no, this is the one with 2 growths on that should be roots. So I've had to plant it at a difficult angle so the 2 growths, if you can see them, are there. Can't tell whether I've got that in focus or not, but there's one here where my finger is, and the other one is just under there waiting for it to come up. So I mean, if they do anything, you know, I don't know, it'll be a miracle. This one, it's got that one leaf on that's never opened, but it put a growth up. No roots on it or anything yet, but there it is. So that's about all today, and it's enough for today. I'm showing you my horrible Cattleyas, but we'll keep our fingers crossed, and we'll probably have a look at them again in another 3 or 4 months at the latest. We'll come back to them if there's anything exciting going on. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.